Alright, hello everybody, today Scodil here. We're going to be playing At the Bottom of a Well. I believe it's a visual novel, and so it should be interesting. It saw it was free, and so I thought I'd just give it a try. And so we'll probably be playing through all of it depending on how long it is. And so let's get started. It's got some pretty dope music. Okay, there we go. Huh, that was a little bit weird. So it appears there was a screen before the start screen. I've never really seen that before. So, this game could be trash, I'm not sure. We're just going to be testing it out. Alright, welcome to the bottom of the well. This game is a visual novel. Okay, so I was right. Meaning it is mainly text-based piece of interactive fiction, a book where you get to decide what happens next. Most of the gameplay consists of picking your choice from a selection of options, which will further the story. Oh, that's pretty neat. And I guess Red Nettles, who made this game. But I enjoy things like this. It's always been really neat to make your own story and all that. So, Bottom of the Well does have some gameplay aside from multiple choice, though. The most important of which is the kind of Alice, or our protagonist, you are going to play. For your first playthrough, we recommend you use default Alice, but the customization is there to be used. Even if you complete the game, a different Alice might have a very different experience. If nothing else, you might as just find a new way to die. Oh, what a wonderful game this has already started out to be. Thank you for playing our game, Red Nettle Studios. I do believe that's nettle because it's like a little prickly bush, I believe, is that what that's supposed to be. And so if there are multiple ways to play this game, then we will more than likely do multiple playthroughs, and I'll put in like the title as what Alice we're playing as. So let's get started. Oh, there's a dark Alice, so she can be emo. Very nice. I would like default Alice since it's recommended for the first time. The default Alice is capable of finishing the game to its true ending. Well, that went away way too fast. Hopefully, for people that are wanting to watch this, they could have paused it, but it looks like I will be going in blind. So we have no fitness, just like real life, for me at least. Today I had the weirdest dream in life. I'm waiting for Joe to come online so I can talk to... God dang it. Morning, eh? Morning. Anything else? Did you catch the anniversary reading last night? No? Well, I tried, but I fell asleep. Listen, about that. Oh, I was waiting for nothing. You fell asleep. Oh, come on, Alice. In Wonderland, it's like our favorite... Let me finish. Something happened. I was turning it on my radio. You're such a Luddite. I'm not sure what that means. Amazing, I can even catch you online. Shut up, I'm not a Luddite. I just like analog things. Oh, okay, I guess it's someone who doesn't prefer digital sort of media devices. Anyway, I was tuning into the broadcast and I must have hit the AM switch or something because suddenly the channel changed to something else. What, aliens? Uh-oh. Government-run number stations? Speaking of that, I found a really weird station on the radio one time. Of course, I think it was just interference from other stations, but it was pretty creepy nonetheless. No, it was this weird, like white noise at first. It's hard to explain why I was so drawn to it. I could hear snippets of some melody, maybe lyrics, but the signal was weak. Just like me. So you turned it off and continued looking for the Alice broadcast. So I went out on my balcony and turned the antenna around until the signal came through clear. It now sounded a lot more like music, with the odd signal in the background. When logic and proportion have fallen sloppy dead, and the white knight is talking backwards, and the red queen's off with her head. Oh, so somebody's pirate radio broadcasts of the golden oldies. It felt like there was something else there, some message that the music was hiding. I knew it sounds weird, and then I fell asleep. What a story. Indeed. No, hear me out. I dreamed and I didn't know I was dreaming. Do you understand? It was entirely lucid. Wait, what? I didn't know I was dreaming. Well, if you don't know you're dreaming, then it's not lucid. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But like waking up in another world, except I didn't think of it as another world. Does this make sense? You had a super lifelike dream where you didn't know you were dreaming, but you were still lucidly controlling it. Sounds pretty rad to me. With this guy. I'm sure it would have been, except for the whole end of the world apocalypse bit in the dream. Okay, now you've got my attention. What a tool. So like I said, it was the end of the world. Everything I did that day felt like real thing. Every smell, every sound, every color, every touch. It's important that you know that I wasn't acting like I would in a dream. Oh, okay. I didn't know it was a dream. Heavy. There was no warning, no build, nothing. Just between one moment and the next, the TV had turned to the emergency alert system, and this voice that sounded like it was recorded in the 60s told us that we were under attack. Were you alone? By the way, I really like this art style, even though there's like no detail. Yeah. I had had a really long day at the office, so I had sworn off all social contact for the evening. I had the TV on in the background just as noise. Wait, what? Office? You mean you got some of a real adult person job in this dream of yours? So, I just want to throw this in. I'm a little bit confused if this is supposed to... Well, obviously this is supposed to be Alice in Wonderland, but still it's kind of a weird take on it. Yeah, actually at the college. Student admission office. Hey, don't sound so surprised. I'm going to graduate in just a few months, you know. Uh-huh. With a BA in English Lit. I'm sorry, I was trying to remember my acronyms, or whatever you want to call them, shortenings. Abbreviations, that's what I meant. I'm really tired. Shut up. Such skill with words. Anyway, what happened next? Like I said, the TV suddenly turned on the emergency alert system, jacked the volume all the way up to... I didn't know that they could do that. Well, it was a dream. The broadcast told us we were under attack right now and we needed to get to shelter. That we had less than 30 minutes before the bombs hit. Jesus, sounds crazy. I mean, I've had weird dreams too. This isn't that wild, really, if you think about it. Sorry, I forgot I was supposed to be reading this out loud. I'm still new to this whole recording thing. At first, I didn't want to believe it. I switched the channel, but they were all the same. And then the sirens started. Tornado sirens, flood sirens, I don't know. And I knew things were serious. So what'd you do? Alright, now we get to some gameplay. Well, sorta. I like how her head's still cut off. I don't know, it's just funny to me. Anyways, I went online to find out what's going on. I immediately tried to call Chess. I'm not sure who that is. It's probably another Alice in Wonderland character. I needed to think about my options. Immediately tried to call Chess. Chess, who's that? My boyfriend. I mean, I don't have a boyfriend, but in my dream I did. Okay, so maybe it's not an Alice in Wonderland character. Wait up. Tell me more about the sudden new boyfriend of yours. Why is he getting caught up over the boyfriend? This dream's about the apocalypse and he's more focused on the boyfriend? Thought you weren't in the dating scene. It's a dream, dude. You need to chill out. Actually, I've been thinking about putting myself out there. Like maybe some online... Oh my god. Some online dating or something. Although I'm kind of afraid to check OkCupid right now. What if there's a guy there named Chess? Speaking of Cupid, I know there's another graphic novel game that we'll probably end up playing because it was also free. But that's besides the fact. I didn't want to play it right now because it looked kind of strange, and I didn't want people to catch me playing it and judge me because that made me feel awkward. Good icebreaker. Hi, I'm Alice. I dreamed about you last night. You were the end of the world, buddy. You were my end of the world. Funny. Aren't I just... You were saying about Chess. What kind of name is that anyways? I wasn't really, I mean, yeah, he was pretty hot. Okay. Never mind. Pretty hot, I guess, and smart and into me. How long was this dream that she could come up with that? I'm being too judgmental. It's just a video game. And a dream in a video game. What more could you ask for? I could sense you're blushing all the way over there. Over here. Maybe I should check my OkCupid. I'm slowly losing interest in this game. So what did your boyfriend think? Well, first I tried calling him, but all I got was pre-recorded network busy message. But the net still worked, so I hit him up there. I mean, we did most of our communications in chat anyway. And I found him, but there was no time for, well, anything. I started typing, you know, holy H, what WTF is going on style stuff, and he just terrorisly replied he had to go. Okay, that's a little blunt. He told me he needed to go get his sister. Well, at least he has his priorities straight. Family does come first, I guess. His sister? How come? Well, it's his sister, dummy. He mentioned her a few times. She's disabled but lives in a house by herself out somewhere in the Boroughs. Did he ask you to come too? He didn't ask. I did. I'm going to be outside my apartment in 5 minutes, he said, then logged off. I guess that's an invitation of sorts, so what'd you do? Well, I know that Chess wasn't going to wait for me if I wanted to go with him. I had to go right away. Just grab my stuff and go. Making quick decisions in the spur of the moment doesn't sound like you. So what'd you do? Well, I had to find out what was going on. I need to think about I want Chess to help him with his sister, or help him out with his sister. Well, obviously I'm gonna help this guy with his sister. I don't know what kind of fool goes online first, or needs to think about their options. Well, I can understand that one more than this, but we're gonna help him with his sister. So I decided to go with Chess. I mean, who couldn't I? How couldn't I? He clearly needed help. Altruistic. How long had you been dating? Scenic. Long enough to know my feelings were real. I mean, they felt real in the dream. I've never had a vivid dream like this, but I don't know why I'm picking this apart. It's a video game, and it's based off Alice in Wonderland, so I don't know what I expected. Where did the sister live again? In a borough. Basically the suburbs, so pretty far. Chess said he usually takes the subway or bus. Chess actually lived just down the street, and we always had a customary place to meet. We didn't even need to confirm the place anymore, but it didn't seem very likely we would be able to catch a bus or the subway. So how were you planning on getting to the sister in less than 30 minutes? Oh, spoiler, the bombs didn't start dropping on us within 30 minutes. It took longer than that. They did start though. That's lucky. Yeah, well, it didn't mean we weren't in a hurry. But you didn't leave empty-handed though, right? Alright, yeah. I grabbed the biggest bag I had. A backpack. People always called it magic. You fit so much in it, bigger on the inside and all that. Oh, okay, so we get to pick what we want to take. Okay. We have... what is that? My university ID. It's no longer for student, but for staff. Doubles as an electronic key cord. Okay, I'm sorry for not being able to read. An electronic key card, not key cord. Okay, take food. Bang, bang. Oh, okay. Take flashlight, obviously. Take map. Where's the map? Oh, we can't take... I can't take both? Crap. Taking the flashlight. Where's the freaking flashlight? Take the flashlight, bro. There we go. Wait, can I just... no, I can't. You take spare clothes, take radio. Nope. Take map. Oh, we can't... what? This game's a little bit glitchy, but it is pretty new, so I can kinda understand. Drop spare clothes, take sleeping bag. Alright, let's see. Actually, if we could... can we still take... no, we can't. Okay, take radio? No. We'll drop 1 day's worth of food, and we'll take the radio. Alright, we have to be pretty well rounded, I guess. Go on, bro, sister, bombs incoming. How did you plan to get there in the chaos? The chaos. Yeah, the streets were nuts. Everything and everyone was going crazy. Crashes everywhere, but no one was responding. The streets was completely gridlocked. I'm talking maybe 15 minutes after the first announcement here, and all it takes is a few cars in the wrong place. But you live pretty centrally, right? It had to be better further out. Did Chess have a car? No, but if we wanted a car, there was tons around. People just left them keys in the ignition and ran. Holy S, it really must have been Bedlam. I'm not sure what that is either. It was. I was so scared. So, steal a car or walk? We discussed walking. It was like 14 miles or something. It'd probably take at least 4 or 5 hours on a good day, and this wasn't a good day. Maybe a good start though. Things might clear up outside the downtown area. You might be able to steal a car there. Appropriate, a car. Stealing sounds so criminal. Heh, whatever you say. Any other options except stealing, approaching a car and hoofing it? Wait, what? Any other options except stealing, appropriating a car and hoofing it? Something in between. I know a guy with a motorcycle. He really loves the motorcycle, but I wondered if maybe he'd be willing to borrow it. I mean, for F's sake, we were going to go rescue a disabled woman. You know him well? Reasonably. Well, you gotta think about it. If they take the motorcycle, they're not gonna be able to get him, our Chess, her, and his sister on there. So, I didn't know you knew how to drive a motorcycle. This is a tongue twister for me. I'm a woman of many talents. So what did you do? Well, obviously, I've already talked about this. It might be the nicer thing to do, but we're definitely going to appropriate a car. By your description, that seems like kind of a bad idea. Well, finding a vehicle was easy, but they had all been abandoned for a good reason, so they weren't going anywhere. I had to find one I could feasibly get out of there with. An abandoned one you could feasibly get out of there with, right. So how did that go? What did Chess have to say about this? He was game. Anything to get his sister faster, but he figured we might oh my god. We might have better time if we split up. I went for the car, he went to scout out a route. Things never go good whenever you split up. I don't know why that was ever a good idea. Sounds like a plan. Wasn't really sure what I was looking for. Just that I needed a car. Stat. I found a station wagon open and with the keys in the ignition. No sign of the owner. I was jumped in and gunned it and got maybe half a block before I hit complete traffic stop. Everyone was beeping. People were abandoning their cars. All traffic rules forgotten. I'm not sure what else you expected. Yeah, really. Yeah, well, I decided walking was the best option. The whole downtown area was gridlocked, cars everywhere, people running down the sidewalk and the sirens blaring. It was like one of those disaster movies, no hope of driving anywhere at any rate. But where was everyone going? Most of them were going home, I think. People were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And there you were, running away from home. Once I made my decision, I stuck to it, no matter how much I was filled with doubt. Half an hour was nothing. Nothing at all. But lucky that estimate was completely wrong. Sometimes I'll walk half an hour in the wrong direction just because I stubbornly refuse to believe I'm lost. Like that little tidbit of information he's thrown in there for no reason. I didn't know that there was the right direction. Or I didn't know what was the right direction, my bad. But I did try to get there as fast as possible, although that was a lot harder than I thought it would be. I was swept up in a mass of people and manhandled in the wrong direction more than once. Every few minutes I stopped to consult the map to make sure I was going in the right direction. Was there any danger, like people attacking each other or something? No, I thought we were all going in the same direction, but then I realized that the crowd was heading somewhere I hadn't planned to go, a subway station. I guess it kind of makes sense. It'd be, I guess, kind of safe for a bombing. What did you do? I was swept along. It was that or get trampled or pinned against some wall. Finally managed to disentangle myself as they stalled. Massive people just outside the entrance. Apparently it was closed. And people were trying to break through the gates. By the time I was out, though, I had lost a lot of time. Time, yes. Isn't that the thing you're fighting here? How far away were you planning on getting? Well, a lot further than I had gotten at that point. I could practically still see my apartment building, but the crowd was slowly thinning at least, and I actually saw a vehicle in motion, an ambulance, leading between stalled cars with its sirens blaring. What did you do? Well, I planned, find and appropriating a car. I kept walking through. I started looking for shelter. Okay, what I plan to. I'm still not sure you're ethically justifying this to yourself. Man, I would steal a car in the situation for my family with, no doubt. Maybe that's just me, though. I was scared out of my wits, and it seemed like a good idea at the time. Fair enough. So how did you go about it? I kind of just jumped into the first open door I found. Of course, there was no keys because the driver still had it. He had just been on the other side of the car, seeing me sitting there. He had a minor apoplectic fit and ran at me, keys in hand. What? Man, this dude was having no nonsense today. If it was the apocalypse, well, not the apocalypse, I guess, but if there were bombs getting ready to come down, I'll just let her have my car, and I'll just do whatever else I could. Because, I mean, there is no reason to have a car if the bomb's going to destroy it anyway, so. God dang it, Alice. I knew you weren't a car thief material. I panicked when I saw him coming and went for the door. He saw me do it and try to stop me. But in the squirrely state, I managed to close it in his face, then immediately lock it. Of course, he did have the keys, but I managed to crawl out the passenger door before he got the door open again. Lucky. Hey, it was my first attempt at car theft, even if it didn't go very well. I'm assuming you stopped after this. I skulked around for a bit longer, but I didn't dare try another car. The next guy might have a gun in his hand, not the keys. So finally, I decided to stop wasting time and started walking. Shouldn't you find some kind of shelter? Yes, I'm actively looking for while walking. I still hoped I'd get a chance far away. Yeah, I will do that. I found myself looking over my shoulder all the time as if the flash could come at any time. Aren't you supposed to look away from the flash? Well, yeah, but how could I not? Some warning, something. The sirens were pointless. Weren't they supposed to warn when the event is imminent? Now I'd been out for at least an hour and no bombs yet. I think I would have just stayed home or done anything but head out into the open. You do that when you have this dream. I did what I did. So how long did you risk staying out? I asked Chess what he thought, and he just shook his head. He was going to keep going. I followed Chess. Chess' single-mindedness was what led me. I was pretty sure this was a monumental mistake and that we'd get caught outside and killed for sure, but I couldn't just leave him, so we kept walking. So how did that work out for you? You think it was easy? People had driven out into the sidewalks and left their cars. Everything was a mess. I tried going down the main highway, but it proved pointless and I had to backtrack. I didn't say it was easy. Did you consider running? I half ran and jogged as much as I could, but it felt like being late for class. I got tired almost immediately, while the goal was still as far away as ever. Chess wanted to go faster, but he slowed down when he saw I was struggling. Then the worried look on his face went nowhere though. And, well, I saw a streak above my head trailing a white cloud. What? You were outside when the bombs fell? I don't know. I thought I'd have time to get away, but I just wasted too much of it somehow. I was out on the street when the initial shockwave came. There was just no duck and cover could have saved any of us from that. I don't think. And the next thing I know, I was showered in glass as every window above us shatters. Cars swerved off the road and crashed. Bedlam and light, bright light. I tried to crawl out of the way when something hit me. Maybe a piece of a building. I don't know. I blacked out. You have a really effed up imagination, Alice. I don't. It didn't feel like a dream. That's the thing, because you don't wake up in dreams, do you? But I did, bleeding, alone, out on the street. What did you do? What did you see? Time for a new scene. I saw a burning city, ash rained down in downtown, far too close. Mushroom clown, just staring me in the face. It was the end of the world. I just knew that there and then. Jeez. And then there was a streak of light, and it was actually almost beautiful as it fell from space. Just a streak of light at only a slight angle. I just had time to think, no, we've had enough before it hit. For some reason I elected to stare right at it when it impacted above the ground in a terrible fireball. Please tell me the dream ended there. Yeah, I didn't really see it though, but I died eventually in the dark. And thus concluded my dream. Well, that was interesting, but do you think... I think it felt incomplete, like there was something missing. That wasn't the way it was supposed to end, you know? Dreams are supposed to end in certain ways. This one was, I think. It felt like it was trying to tell me something, but I wasn't listening close enough. Maybe you can try again next night, see if you hear the same recording. Speaking of, what frequency was it on? That's the weirdest part. When I try to realize, or to see, I realized I had hit the right channel, and that it was in fact reading Alice in Wonderland. And this isn't exactly some obscure number station for you to see on the AM bands. Well, maybe you'll dream it next night again anyway. That's the good thing with dreams. You can always dream them again. I mean, I don't know what this guy's talking about. I can never dream the same dream again. And maybe do something different the second time around. Alright. Let's see what happens after this. Alright. Red Nail Studio is Natasha Bulovic-Tierig. And then that's their stuff, I guess. And Peter Skulk is the narrative. Alright, so this is just little bibliography pages, I guess. Or credits, whatever. First death. Better prepared. Well, alright. That was a interesting game. We'll more than likely be playing again tomorrow and recording another ending. Hopefully we'll do the different options this time, of course. And so that'll be the end for today's recording. And sorry for not recording in a while. I've just been kind of busy with everything. I had my uncle come in to visit us, and so that was one of the main reasons why I haven't been recording, and that in school and everything else. But thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.